There is a house at the corner of a street. There is a street that meanders through the town, where a lilac bush once grew, and her 5 children too. The seasons turned and days rolled into years.
My grandma died when I was 14. I have a lot of memories of my cousins and I playing with Play-Doh at her kitchen table. And that woman kept every scrap of paper I ever gave her and called it art. She loved cats. She told me so every time we talked on the phone. Her memory was really bad that last year or two, so we would have the exact same conversation every Sunday evening. She told me that blue jays meowed, and I believed her until an embarrassingly late age. We played all sorts of games she made up. She had lots of little knickknacks around her house. She loved little things. She had a fridge covered in magnets and a bulletin board in her kitchen crowded with pictures of her kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids. She liked to sing. I didn't know that until her funeral. In fact, it wasn't until after she died that I realized what an incredible woman she was. Born Vonda Lee Howell, she married a man named Jack Leifer and had Pat and Roger. Jack and my grandma divorced. She married my granddad, Ken Swisher, who had a son, Ken Jr., and they had Terry and Gary. My granddad died of a sudden heart failure, leaving her with 5 kids. She raised 4 kids, a stepson, and later a granddaughter as a single mother. Now she's gone, and I'm just starting to get a clear picture of who she was. So I set out on a mission to find out.
There is a house, and it stands 2 stories tall, with 7 rooms and a window in the hall. But the doors were never locked. You know that says a lot.
I started close to home with her youngest son, my dad.
It wasn't probably like most families, because when after my dad died, then all my older brothers and sister got married, and so it was just Mom and me and my brother. She had to work at a pizza shop and raise 2 boys on her own, so it wasn't easy. She did anything that it would take to get me through college. At one point, when I didn't think I was going to be able to afford another year, she said that if she had to get down on her hands and knees and scrub floors, that's what she was going to do. And that was more than probably I would have done. The thing that was most important to me about my mom was that she believed in people, and to the point where I know she thought the world of people that I didn't think were worth thinking too much of, probably including myself, but she was always the person that would believe the best about someone and always had a positive outlook about people. And that's probably the only thing that, raised 2 boys, without a dad.
Who gave her more trouble, you or Terry?
Yes. I think we both had our share of giving Mom trouble. I think my brother was just kind of dangerous. He started a fire in the house and ran his mini bike into the house, and then there was the arrow incident.
The infamous arrow incident. More on that later.
When she came to stay, she would come for a week or 2 at a time, and it was really great having her here. But she didn't come to stay to relax. She came to clean the house. She'd do the laundry, and I first felt very uncomfortable having my mother-in-law do my underwear. But that's what she enjoyed doing, so I just kind of relaxed and let her do what she enjoyed doing. After she passed away, we were cleaning out the house, and we found this light bulb in the kitchen, and she had taken with a Sharpie and written on it, was 3-way, now 1-way. And we found that, and we all just started laughing, and it's just like, that's just who she was. Even after she was gone, it just made us laugh and remember her. She loved playing with all the grandkids with Play-Doh. She'd get down on the floor and play with all of you. She made us all feel like part of the family, and even me, who I wasn't part of the family, but I just immediately felt like part of the family. And She was like a second mother to me. She was a very special person.
The next day, I set out early and headed to Newark, where my Uncle Terry and Aunt Tracy live with my cousin Bronson.
She had to be a mother and a father. She just was very nurturing, would bring out things like, whether it was me playing guitar or music or things like that, she was always real encouraging and brought those things out. Never said, oh, you can't do that.
Who gave her more trouble, you or my dad?
Oh, definitely your dad.
He said it was you.
Of course. Well, I probably gave her more trouble in the sense that when I was a kid, I wanted to be a stuntman. So I did a lot of crazy stuff when I was growing up, and about setting my room on fire one time, and I just remember playing with fire a lot.
You shot her with an arrow?
I shot her with an arrow, not on purpose. I just hit her in the shoulder, just nicked her. Mom didn't have a prejudice bone, I don't think, in her body, and she just always was very accepting of people and open-minded, and I guess that's one of the things, hopefully I learned from her, but I would say she's very accepting of people.
I took a trip to St. Clairsville, where my grandma lived for most of her life, and where some of her kids and grandkids still live.
People say she had a beautiful voice, but I don't know. It's funny because I love music, and she never really listened to much music at home, and she's told me she didn't love music like that, but I guess she was a great singer. She had such a great sense of humor, and we laughed all the time. I think I have more memories of my mom as an adult, and great memories like that. Oh, she was the best parent for an adult. She was my best friend, and she never tried to tell me what to do. I do it myself. Like most parents, they tell their adult children, you should do this, you should do that, do this with your kids. She never did that. She was just always very respectful, and she was always there for me, and she's just really a very caring and giving person.
So I'm going to let you be the tiebreaker vote on this. Who gave her more trouble, my dad or Terry?
I would guess Terry, because Gary was pretty quiet.
And Terry shot her with an arrow.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh boy, talk about seeing somebody mad. That was hilarious.
It is now, I guess.
Yeah. I would say that she's quite a survivor. I would say that I probably kind of grew up with my mom, because she was a very young mother when she had me. She was 22 when she had me, but she's been through a lot. And I'll tell you what, when the going got the toughest, she really grew, and she came out to be a very, very strong, amazing person.
You never really know what you have until it's gone. At 14, I was just starting to develop the awareness of who my grandma was and what a blessing she was. But she's not really gone. Not really. She touched so many lives. She'll always be here.
A mother on her own made that house a home. All her children's children gathered there. And the mother on her own made that house a home. And all her children's children